This week we have some cards moving down quite a bit in the wake of the latest banned and restricted list announcement. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Duskmourn House of Horror or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. A lot is happening in the secondary market this week, and even though many cards are spiking, there are some good deals to be had out there too. Hopefully this video will point you in the right direction of those. As always, we select our top 10 based on two pieces of criteria. We do want to see a percentage decrease in the value of the cards, of course, but we also want to see a true decrease in the number of sales from week to week. Quickly before we get into our top 10, I do want to say thank you to one of our gold patrons, and that is Paul Gallagher. Paul, thank you for all your support on Patreon. I say this all the time, but I couldn't do it without viewers like yourself. Thank you again so much for your support. It is appreciated. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Wave of Rats. It's down $1.02 to $4.48. That's a 19% decrease. This is from the Streets of New Capenna Riveteer Rampage Commander deck. And the card spiked recently since Bloomburrow brought a lot of support for rats. Commander builds around classic rat commanders like Karumonix the Rat King and Maronar have been seeing more play. This is found in both of those builds, but it's also in commander decks around some new cards from Bloomburrow as well. They are Wick the World Mind and Vren the Relentless. How many times have we seen this happen though? A card spikes, leading to more copies appearing in the marketplace as sellers try to unload copies at the new price point. Then the price retraction occurs due to the extra inventory available. It is worth noting though that Wave of Rats is still much more expensive than it was before the spike began at the start of August. Number 9 is Omnibian, the Dissension copy, down $1.09 to $7.48. That's a 13% decrease. The Ravnica Allegiance Simic Guild Kit copy is down $1.51 to $7.49. That's a 17% decrease. This card wasn't seeing much play. I mean, sometimes it would appear in Grolnok, the Omnivore commander builds, for example. But recently, Bloomburrow changed all that. This set brought us some support for frogs, and there are two commander builds around cards from Bloomburrow's main set that have been using Omnibian. They are Clement the Worrywart and Glarb Calamity's Augur. Second verse, same as the first though, Omnibian spiked leading to more copies hitting the marketplace. Now we see some retraction. But like the last card, the price is still much higher than it was at the start of August. Good grief. Number 8 is Grief from Modern Horizons 2. It's down $2.88 to $8.87. That's a 25% decrease. Well, this is an easy one. Grief was all over Modern and Legacy until it was banned in both of those formats last week as part of the latest banned and restricted list update. Not surprisingly, the card dropped fast, but it still sees some play. It's in Vintage Dredge and Scam, plus it gets a little commander play. In fact, it even got a small bump in play there, recently appearing in builds around a couple Bloomburrow cards. Egret, Eater of All, and the infamous Cruel Claw. Still though, that is not enough to keep Grief from sinking fast. Number 7, Eklazad's Deepest Betrayal, down $2.89 to $18.01. That's a 14% decrease. This card recently spiked, but its play in Pioneer has been declining steadily over the last couple weeks. Sometimes you see it in Mono Black Discard or Mono Black Midrange, but that's it. Standard is a different story though. Eklazad's is all over the place there. It's found in Golgari, Dimir, Orzhov, Abzan, and Sultai midrange, as well as Mono Black Discard. Additionally, Eklazad's has been getting more commander play around a couple cards from Bloomburrow. Those cards are Azoraline, Cosmos Caller, and to a lesser degree, the infamous Cruel Claw. Ultimately though, two things have caused Eklazad's Deepest Betrayal to retract some: the decrease in Pioneer play, and the fact that more copies have hit the marketplace since the recent spike. Coming in at number 6 is Nautiloid Ship, down $2.96 to $14.68. That's a 17% decrease. Recently, this was spiking due to its use in new commander builds. It was indexed around Edward Kenway from MTG Universe's Beyond Assassin's Creed, and Nautiloid Ship was a good upgrade to the Bloomburrow Animated Army commander deck, plus some wanted it for fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Bellow Bard of the Brambles. Same story here though, a card spikes, but when sellers scramble to unload copies at the higher price, we see some retraction. Although, again, Nautiloid Ship's price is still higher now even after the retraction compared to when it began to spike at the start of July. Alright, before we get to our top 5, just a quick reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Duskmourn House of Horror products there. They have a whole lot of other MTG products on their site as well, Bloomburrow and much more. They even have non-MTG related items too. Remember, for orders over $100 or consist only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. Also, if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I have links in both of those places. But now, without any further ado, let's get into the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Vein Ripper. It goes down $307 to $19 for a 14% decrease. Here's another easy one. This was a key card in the Pioneer Rakdos Vampire deck, but last week, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord was banned in the format. Sorin was a huge part of the build, so now we see Vein Ripper in freefall. Vein Ripper, though, has seen some additional commander play recently and builds around Ezio Auditore da Firenze from Assassin's Creed and Maha Its Feathers Knight from Bloomburrow, but even that extra commander play can't save its value. Number 4, Planar Nexus. It's down $342 to $9. That's a 28% decrease. This one is from the Modern Horizons 3 Tricky Train Commander deck. For starters, Planar Nexus is getting legacy play in colorless Cloudpost. Commander, though, was the format driving the card's price upwards recently. It's been in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from its pre-con Omo Queen of Vesuva, and it has been in several other decks in that format as well. It even appeared in builds recently around a card from Assassin's Creed, the Capitani Triad. But with large quantities of Modern Horizons 3 cards now in circulation, and with Planar Nexus seeing a decrease in commander play, this was inevitable. The card moves down quite a bit this week. Coming in at number 3 is Sorin Imperious Bloodlord from Core Set 2020. It's down $440 to $24 for a 15% decrease. You probably saw this coming. Like I said earlier, Sorin was a huge part of the Pioneer Rakdos Vampire deck until the card was banned in the format last week. So not surprisingly, it's begun to crash hard. It is still seeing a little commander play like in Edgar Markov builds for example, but that certainly is not enough to prevent Sorin from falling fast. Number 2 is Spreading Plague, down $457 to $18.11. That's a 20% decrease. This one-print wonder was hot recently. It wasn't seeing that much play until some wanted to get it to upgrade the Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi Incursion Commander deck. Other players wanted to put it in new builds around the front-facing commander from there, Ululek Fused Atrocity, simply because Spreading Plague quickly becomes one-sided when you control colorless creatures and creatures with the Void. But time marches on, and the market moves fast. Eldrazi are no longer the hot thing, so Spreading Plague drops significantly this week. And finally, coming in at number 1 is Winding Canyons, down $661 to $32.98. That's a 17% decrease. This reserve list card heated up recently when it saw an increase in commander play. It was actually showing up in a few builds around newer cards. For example, some wanted it to upgrade the Modern Horizons 3 Eldrazi Incursion deck, while others used it in fresh builds around Ululek Fused Atrocity from there. But life moves fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. The market moves on, and not even Winding Canyon's reserve list status could keep it from retracting. Alright, that's going to do it for our top 10 cold cards of the week, but that's only part of the story. Yesterday, we put out a Market Watch video looking at the top 20 hottest cards out there. There are a lot of interesting ones jumping right now, so make sure you don't miss that. Until next time, though, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.